Story 6, Arsonist Attack. Lily scarce raised the binoculars to her eyes, curious to see what was happening. A cloud of smoke billowed from the school library, erupting in fierce flames. People, who to Lily looked like ants because of the bridge she was standing on, rushed out onto the grassy meadow of the campus. A raw smell filled Lily's nose and tickled her face. The smoke was really getting thick now, as it turned from a misty grey to black in only a matter of seconds. Lily rushed down to the school, stumbling over rocks and tripping over weeds, but she was too late. The library was destroyed as firefighters extinguished the last of the fire. "Lily Scarce!" called the librarian from behind her. She was flailing her arms and looked as if her best friend had died. Though it kind of did, as the library had burned down. Lily Scarce turned around. "Yes, Miss Raleigh?" "You're the detective. Please, you must figure out what happened to the library. I know it wasn't any accident. We managed to salvage the security camera, and there was a figure with a red hoodie under it, lighting 5 or 6 matches next to oil. I don't even know what they were doing. Hours are 8 more a.m. to 3 on p.m. The frazzled librarian said all of this very fast. "Calm down," Lily soothed. After all, she was the teenage detective around this place. Everyone knew it too. "I'll figure out who did it, don't worry." "Thank you, child. Thank you so much." Arm bracelets jingling, the woman stumbled away, sobbing. Lily stepped inside the library, only to be stopped by a security guard. "No access," he said, his voice gruff. "I was just wondering if I could see the security footage," Lily asked, choosing her words carefully. "Why should you need such an important thing?" asked the security guard. "I just need it, please." "No, you're just a kid anyways. I'm not going to let some 15-year-old girl ruin evidence," the security guard retaliated. 16 and I'm the detective. You're just the security guard, so just let me do my job. Or do we need to get the police in here to confirm that?" Reddening, the security guard gave her the tape from his pocket. "Here." That night, Lily sat in her room with her laptop on her desk, plopping in the CD. A few scraggly sounds rattled out, but then the screen showed a picture of a red hood setting fire to the library. She remembered seeing 5 people hanging around outside the school earlier that day. She recognized them instantly as Jade Foster, Madeline Reeder, Jock Matt, and Max Crabgrass. The next day, she went to the library. The security guard was still standing there. "Man, when was that guy ever going to move?" she thought. "You again," he said angrily. "Well, you can't come in here. It's too dangerous anyways." "Sorry, I have to investigate," Lily replied. "Too bad." The security guard didn't want her going into the library to investigate. Could he be a suspect? "How come you won't let me through?" she complained. "I have to investigate." "Kids aren't allowed." He gripped Lily's arm just above the elbow. Just then, Miss Raleigh came to her rescue. "Release her," she snapped. The security guard obeyed. "She can look around in the library. She's an investigator." Lily looked around the burned-down bookshelves and found a football jersey in the ashes, burned and obviously worn. She flipped it over, and on the back, she could just make out the words, "Matt." Jock was on the football team. Could he have gotten too hot and taken this off during the attack? And Max Crabgrass, as she remembered, had a red sweatshirt that he loved so much. He could have done it as well. Crumbling books and other ashes lined the walls of the spacious room as she pondered this theory. The security guard was watching her intensely and suspiciously. He was definitely on the suspect list. Anyone could have done it, anyone at all. Lily called all the suspects to the office, even the security guard. "What do you want, Scarce?" asked Madeline. "Shush," replied Lily. "No one needs your sass, Madeline. Someone set fire to the library last night, and you guys were hanging around the crime scene right before it happened. What were you doing?" "I was going home," said Madeline stubbornly. "I've got better things to do than stick around school like the rest of these no-good losers." "You don't have to be so mean. I saw you hanging around the school right before the attack. Explain that," Lily commented. I was trying to get one of them to do my homework. I still didn't. Besides, I'd have no reason to burn down the library. The girls glared at each other. Then Lily continued. Jade, explain to me what you were doing around the crime scene right before the attack. I was studying around 4 o'clock, but I went home later, Jade said. Max, what were you doing? There was a red sweatshirt on the Arsonist just like the one that you love so much. I was helping out Ms. Thornburg, my homeroom teacher, said Max. And besides, my sweatshirt went missing a long time ago. Jock, when I was looking around the library, I saw your football jersey. It had your name on the back. Explain. I have football practice every Friday. You know that's scarce. My jersey was missing, so the coaches made me run laps, Jock added. Security guard, you sure were acting strange when I was looking around in the library. That makes you a suspect. If you must know, I was watching you, hoping that you wouldn't hurt yourself. That's my job. I'd get fired if you fell or something and I failed to rescue you. I can't afford to set fire to the library, even though I hate reading. The security guard bowed his head and then continued solemnly. I don't want to lose my job. My wife will kill me and I'll lose all of my money. Jade Foster threw down her purse, a red shirt falling to the floor. This is crazy. Really, Jade? I think it's crazy that someone set fire to the library, so don't try to worm your way off the list. Actually, I agree with Jade. I mean, I don't think anyone would have done it purposefully, said Jock. I have football practice in an hour. Well, one of you won't be saying that when you get arrested, Lily replied. Suddenly, Mrs. Raleigh burst through the door. Oh, hi, Lily. I came to give Jade back her report card. You got an F in reading, Jade. I managed to salvage it in the fire. You might want to study just a bit harder because if you keep going at this rate... She trailed off. Oh, and did you figure out who the arsonist was, Lily? I see you have all of your suspects. As a matter of fact, I think I just did.